Marketing's in an interesting situation because there's an explosion of consumer experience, unified consumer experience. We're driven now largely by a service-based app economy where you expect, offline and online experiences to converge and converge neatly. Then you have marketing, right? Marketing where we're trying to reach a customer, reach a consumer, speak to them, the one-on-one marketing challenge. And a lot of times customers don't want to give the data that's required to be able to deliver that one-on-one experience. So you have to balance out the situation of heightened sense of what my interactions with a brand should be, heightened by what they receive from a service delivery standpoint, but at the same time you're trying to reach out and obviously maximize the value of that customer. And a lot of times they're fighting you and not giving you that appropriate level data to potentially get that one-on-one message. And so it is a challenge. I mean, the challenge is how do I deliver content that's appropriate, that isn't overtly salesy, that's appropriate for the segment, that's appropriate for the channel by which I'm delivering it. It leads to an absolute explosion. It's an exponential growth when you look at the heterogeneity of the marketing ecosystem right now. You have a heightened savvy consumer. You have more segments than you've ever had. Customers are segmenting more and more carefully. You have dozens of channels to deliver via. And at the same time, you have a limited set of content on which to do it. You generally have the same number of resources you had 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, and you're trying to crack that code. A lot of companies are successful when they adopt that consumer experience mentality that says it comes from onboarding through marketing, through becoming a customer to customer value maximization. But those tend to be the most mature at this point. But there's a lot of technologies coming online, a lot of ability to do that, including ours, that helps unify that marketing and consumer and customer experience. Well, you start by making sure you take care of the basics. What are the channels by which, I just had this conversation with a customer today. What are the channels by which are successful in reaching a customer? Let's start there. How are you unifying your processes, unifying your content, and getting those channels adequately supported, adequately funded, adequately filled with appropriate content? From there, you can start adding additional channels, but it can't be willy-nilly. It can't be a shadow marketing department somewhere saying, I want to start using a new technology off the reservation, unlinked to the broader marketing strategies. Because at that point, then you lose visibility. You have resources spinning wheels and taking time. You risk brand inconsistency. So you need that centralized framework that recognizes there are new ways to reach customers, and we need to try them. Whether it's test, whether it's A/B, but it has to be done within a framework of consistency. The processes, the content with which we populate these new channels has to be a consistent process of trying new, but knowing that the back end will give that content of truth, that visibility to how well it performs.